Welcome to the Gellin Show. Today we're going to be talking with the experts about hand hygiene, the #1 thing that healthcare workers can do to prevent the spread of diseases. So our guests will be Kelly, a hand hygiene hero, and Carissa, a real-life healthcare worker, and she's an expert in the field. So please rub your hands together for Kelly. All right, come on in, Kelly.
Thanks for having me. Great technique, everyone.
Awesome. All right, so Kelly, what news do you have for us in the world of hand hygiene?
Today I'm here to share a few statistics with you. Did you know, for instance, that 2 million Americans each year end up with an infection, and there are over 100,000 deaths due to improper hand hygiene?
Wow, I had no idea. How about you, audience? Did you know that?
Wow! Our loved ones, the very young, the very old, and those in long-term care facilities are especially vulnerable.
Goodness. So, Kelly, do you think that you could do a demonstration today with our studio audience?
Hey, that's a great idea. Can we get some volunteers? Hi, ladies. Can you introduce yourselves?
I'm Macy. I'm a nursing student.
I'm Emily, and I'm also a nursing student. That's a coincidence.
It's really important that you guys know these skills. Do you know when to use alcohol-based sanitizer versus soap and water?
Well, it's always important to make sure to do hand hygiene before touching a patient or any of their belongings. If your hands are visibly soiled, I would always use soap and water. But if you're just in between glove changes or going from non-isolation room to non-isolation room, I think hand sanitizer should be enough.
Absolutely. You always want to perform hand hygiene in between glove changes because that's often overlooked. Additionally, you want to use soap and water instead of hand sanitizer anytime you're taking care of a patient with C. diff.
Certain facilities, though, do have more strict written policies, so make sure to know your facility's policy.
Great point, ladies. For this demonstration, Emily, I'm going to give you some alcohol-based sanitizer, and Macy, you're going to do this the old-fashioned way with soap and water. We're going to have you put on a special lotion that will show how effective your technique is.
And then we'll be able to see the areas that you missed under a black light.
Okay, before we get started, I'm going to put these liquid germs on your hands so we can see how great your technique is. Okay, Emily, make sure you use this everywhere where you would use soap and let it completely dry. Macy, remember to make sure you're lathering for at least 20 seconds. Let's take a look at our results. Oh wow, Macy, looks like you may need some additional training. Nice job, Emily.
Wow! Oh wow, I had no idea. It looks like I really need to work on my technique.
Awesome. So thank you, Macy and Emily, for participating and being such great volunteers. All right, audience, let's rub our hands together for them. Thank you. So our next guest is going to shed some light on what this looks like in practice. Carissa is a healthcare worker, and she's speaking with us today about how we cultivate a positive work culture. Please rub your hands together for Carissa. Yay! Come on in, have a seat right here, Carissa. Thanks for joining us today. Obviously, hand hygiene in healthcare facilities isn't always perfect because we're just human. So can you tell me about how you would address something like that?
Yeah, so what we don't want to do is approach a situation aggressively or respond defensively. I actually brought my friend Ian with me to do a demonstration today.
Great, come on in, Ian.
Yeah, so please rub your hands together for Ian.
Sweet.
So,
hey guys, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So Ian, I noticed you didn't wash your hands between glove changes.
What are you talking about? I know how to do my job. I don't
Wow.
need you micromanaging me.
Do people really react that way?
Yeah, believe it or not, yes. Some not as extreme as that, but most people get defensive and react when they think that people are being critical of them.
Okay, so could we see that again, but this time with a more appropriate reaction from Ian?
Yeah. So Ian, I noticed you didn't wash your hands between glove changes.
Thank you, Carissa. I'm really glad you told me that before I handled another patient. I really do want to keep my patients safe.
Aww. Well, thank you for that demonstration. It's apparent that everyone's priority is keeping our patients safe. and holding one another accountable in a respectful way. So how we approach each other and respond makes all the difference. Thank you, Ian.
Thank
Go ahead,
you.
rub your hands together, folks. All right. So, ladies, what other barriers do healthcare workers face in performing proper hand hygiene?
Sometimes we don't have all the supplies that we need. The pros let their facility know when supplies are running low and get things ordered in a timely manner.
Also, if you notice a workspace or workflow issue, be sure to talk to your infection prevention specialist. They will be the ones that can help you fix it.
That's great. So I appreciate you coming on today. Please stay tuned after the show today because we have some important statistics and reminders. Don't forget to rub your hands together and keep on gelling.